So today we're going to talk about what is a CTA, a call to action. Do you need a CTA on your post and why do you need it? So if that's something that you are like, yes, what's a CTA? Why do I need it? So this is the training for you today. And so if you don't know, I'm Jerusha, business coach, speaker, radio personality, social marketer. So I'm just like you. I started my business a part-time. I worked in corporate America, worked in radio and television. My degrees are in communications and public relations. I actually enjoyed what I did. I know most people hate their jobs. I didn't hate my job, maybe some of the people, but not the actual experience. And so I love the fast paced. I love meeting all these great people in radio and television. I loved it, right? I just did not love the time that was spent at somebody else's job. So for me, I needed time freedom. And so the moment I decided I want to work for myself because I want to work when I want to work, my son is first, right? And so when I realized, oh, it didn't work like that, I need to ask you, can I take my son to the doctor? It's not going to work. Oh, so I need to ask you. I need to take off because it's his birthday. Oh, I can't do that? Oh, no. Okay, I need to ask you. My parents need me, so I need to travel. Or I need to ask you for that time off too. It's not going to work for me. So for me, I wanted time freedom. And so the first person that said, you know, you can build a home-based business and still earn an executive level income. I promise you, no one had ever spoken to me about any business from home, any network marketing, direct sales, social retail business. Only one person said, you know, there are people that are doing phenomenal. I'm like, doing what? Okay. And so, because when your goal is to work in corporate America, for me, radio and television in particular, I was like, well, what else would I be doing? And so, God, I'm going to tell you, the great thing is I still use that same gift. And so for me, I was always going to talk. I was always going to get paid to talk. And so it's just now I get to talk to all of you. I get to travel and speak. I get to be on people's Zooms. I get to do all of these things. So thank you so much. Oh, Yvonne in the building. And so, yeah, so that is how I got into helping other people transition, if it's your choice, transition from employee to entrepreneur in a short period of time. I am the person who did very well in my first company. I did all the things that people say, I don't know anybody. Well, you know me. So yeah, and I enjoyed it. And so recently, like right before the pandemic, I started learning online strategies and why I needed to be online and why I need to know what a CTA is. And so once I started learning all these things about social media and marketing and branding and having a bigger platform, and right now somebody's in New Jersey, somebody said they were in Augusta, somebody said they were in New York. This one platform, right, way of streaming allows me to be in multiple states and countries at one time. Where else can you do this? So if you're not utilizing this tool, every single day I use this tool. The tool is not using me. So if you're not taking advantage of this tool is taking advantage of you. And this tool is called social media. And so you need to learn how to leverage and monetize social media. And this is from me who got online right before the pandemic, didn't know anything. So if I can do it, you can do it. So yeah, so hashtag to all the pretty people. So you guys became the pretty people, my friends, my family, my followers. All of you are the pretty people. We celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. So hashtag to the pretty people. And so let's talk about the CTA and how I was able to use it and still to this day to my advantage. And I strongly suggest only if you're trying to build an audience, only if you're trying to build a customer base, only if you're trying to make money from this tool, you need a CTA. Okay. So Jerusha said, I need to know what that is. So today we're going to discuss that. So I want it all. How many people are like me? And we can have it all. And for me, I want a and life, not a or life. Write that down. And so that means I'm a successful businesswoman and I'm a great mom. Not one or the other. Like when I was in corporate America, I had to choose, am I going to be successful here in television, or am I going to be a great mom, or am I going to be a great mom? And I decided, you know what? I want to end life, not an or life. I want to run a successful business and be a great wife, sister, friend, and not one or the other. So how many of you are like me? You're like, Jerusha, you talking to me? I need an and life. Put N in the chat, A-N-D. I need an and life, an and life. So if you want to include a CTA on your post, you can have an and life. You've got to make sure a CTA, put this in the chat. A pretty person just can put this in the chat for me. Okay. Call to action. That's what that means. Okay. And you have to do a call to action over and over and over and over and over. Now, I go live every Tuesday at 1:30 for a quick lunch and learn. So put that in your calendar. Make sure you follow me every Tuesday, 1:30. I bring the goods for you, right? Business tips, scripts, hacks, all the things that you need to grow your business. So because I do that, I also just did a call to action. When I just said, make sure you follow every Tuesday at 1:30, that's a call to action. People don't know that you have a business all the time and they don't know your schedule. And so you have to tell them. And so every single time I introduce myself the same way every time, because there's always a new person. Somebody put newbie in the chat. You are a newbie. That means you're just now hearing the sound of my voice. So I need to repeat that same thing of how I help other people. I help you build your business online and offline. I help you leverage and monetize social media. And so if you are open to building a business, yes, this is the page for you every single time. And I tell you what to do to move forward. So that's what that means. So yes, in my experience, if you want an audience to grow, you want your audience to respond, to interact, to reply to your post, you have to instruct them to do something. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, Jerusha, I'm not live. You're live, so you're telling us what to do. I know. You can still do it in a still post. You can still do it. You don't, I'm sure some of you are doing TikToks and Reels, right? You still want a call to action. Even on a post, you can still do a call to action. And obviously, most of you, I'm going to give you like 15 call to actions that you can use so you can switch it up, not the same one every time on every post. You got to be creative and you got to be different. You guys are smart. You're here because you're smart. So you know when someone says buy now or download now, those are call to actions. Those are typical ones that people say. But a call to action can run longer. It could be something like subscribe. Like I'll say, hey, make sure you subscribe to my business tip, motivation, inspiration group. Make sure you answer the questions. It can be as long as that, but usually they're short, like 3 to 4 words. And I'm going to give you examples. I'm going to show you a list and you can write this down. Don't say you don't know how to get stuff. Okay. So if this is helpful already, hashtag helpful. Say, Jerusha, this is helpful already. Did you tag 2 people and share the broadcast? Yes or yes. Okay. That's what we want to do. So the audience doesn't know what to do until you tell them. Just because you have a website and it's posted, or you post your company product, or you keep posting, and I am not a fan of doing that, posting your company name. I'm not a fan of it because, listen, I am a consumer too, right? And so if you post, this is an example, if you post your company name, if it's network marketing and direct sales, like I own the Pretty People brand. Okay, let me show you. So I own the Pretty People brand. So this is mine. So if I say, go to the link in the bio, get the Pretty People merchandise, you can only get this from me because it's mine. I own it, right? I own the brand Pretty People. Now, if you're in network marketing or direct sales, do you own that name? You don't. All right. So do you own that product name? You don't. And so what I always suggest is that's not how you want to market. Is let me show you company name and brand and give you my website, or just tell you, here's my stuff, and keep posting it. Because what most people do, and this is a fact, I went through a Facebook class. They said what most people do, they see the name, and guess what they do? They Google it. They go to Amazon. They go to, especially Amazon, and purchase it. And you did all that doggone work because it's easier to go to Amazon or eBay and just get it without talking to you. And so you want to make sure you build relationships and engagements and do call to actions so they can talk to you. That's the point. So how do you write a good call to action? I need you to write this down. Use a strong verb. Use a strong command verb to start your call to action. So use words that provoke emotion or enthusiasm. Like I have the 3-day ride and it's coming up next week. I'm like, you got to go ahead and register right now. Okay. Give your audience a reason why they should take the desired action. Give them a reason to go to the next step with you. So take advantage of FOMO. Everybody knows what FOMO is, right? Fear of missing out. Like if you don't take the 3-day ride this time, you might miss out because there's a lot of new stuff that has changed, new hacks, new ways of showing up online. Every single month, things change. And so my signature course, the 3-day ride, like I said, is next week. Get your virtual seat if you don't know about it. And I only take a select few, the best of the best, who's ready to invest in themselves because it is a small investment. And so I took 3 years of my own experience and all the courses that I've taken in masterminds, and I put it in a 3-day ride course to show you how you can do it in 3 days.